If you haven't been on the internet lately, Battlefront 2 is receiving an ultimate revive to help EA decide to make a Battlefront 3. And I used to play Battlefront 3 a long time ago. I believe it released originally in 2017, but I just got it now today in 2025. I've been playing a lot of it, and today I'm making a mock with all the Battlefront characters, some maps, and even some ships. So first, we have to do the light side and the dark side. So I think I'll start with the dark side first. So for the dark side vehicles, I'll use this Stab Speeder as well as an AAT because I both have those and they're in the dark blue color. So here is the dark blue AAT as well as the dark blue Stab Speeder. This is like as accurate as Lego's ever made them in the dark blue colors. So now I have those and it will look really good in whatever planet I decide to make it in. And for the dark side, I'll also add a super battle droid. So I'll probably build the planet of Felucia. It's the most iconic, at least for me, for Battlefront 2. And I'll definitely add some of the iconic foliage, as well as some acid pools and like acid puddles like here and there. But for the actual point, like the control point, which will be in the center of the build, I'll add some of these crates as well as this hovercraft here holding all the crates up. I think that could be a cool little detail, and I'll most likely add some of those shields that you see there from the Republic side of things. And for the light side vehicles, I'll add this clone like tank here, which I do see in Battlefront 2. So that's really cool to actually get it in here. But I never really see these like pieces here. I believe they're actually like repurposed swords, like fencing swords. So I'll most likely take those off because I really don't see them in Battlefront and I want it to be as accurate as possible. I believe this was from the advent calendar back in 2023, but I'll probably use some of these pieces, especially these shield pieces on the side, to make one of the control points for the clones. Speaking of clones, I'll add one of the phase 3 or phase 2 like grunt, just like no phase. So I feel like that would be the simplest. And I also gave him a DC-50. And I'll use this Clone Wars version of Anakin that came in Ahsoka's Jedi Interceptor for a hero on the light side. And I'm using these base plates from the planet of Felucia here. It's like a darkish green. I've never really seen this color a lot. And then I have this dark tan plate, which I might stack on top to make like a little bit of height there, and this will be the center point. Or I'll probably just make this the dark gray base plate, like a trail up to the main center control point. But these are the plates I'll use in the final build. So before I start building the terrain of Felucia, I'm adding small details for the clone checkpoint. So first I have this, which is the actual control point. Once you capture it, it'll either be red or blue, depending on what side you're on. So I'll put that in the like center-ish of this base plate, because this one will basically be a path leading up to the main control point. I also spent a little time remodeling one of the control I guess like towers or like shield areas from an advent calendar a while back. So I used some of those pieces to make a little barrier that I can attach nicely right here. And I also, of course, had some shields, which I said I would. I know they're not the most accurate, but it's the best design I could come up with. So I'll put them right here. Right now, I can't actually completely attach them to the actual model, but I will work on attaching them later in this video. So I did use a little bit of sticky tack to put this like lid of the container on the side of the actual container, so it makes it look a little bit better. I'll just attach it to a random part on this build. And I also have an extra Bacta vial, which you can, I think, actually use in the game. Some characters let you heal using that, as well as some thermal detonators, which I use a lot in the game. So I'll probably reorder it and like put some other different details around for the actual general control point. And this is what it looks like with everything attached onto it. Now I'm going to add a little bit more detail for the paths. I'll add some of these tan jumper plates, 2x2 jumper plates, as well as these olive green pieces, and a lot of these leaf pieces for the general like path detail. And of course, I have to add a lot of the cool plants and foliage, and even some acid pits. And this is what I came up with the actual path. I like the green leaves on the side to make it seem like there's a little bit more of actual forest and more like plant life and like behind it that we can't really see. But I think I did well with this nice little path. There'll be a little bit less detail in the actual like main control point here. This is probably where I'll add all the like cool plants, as well as I think a couple acid pins in the corners, because that's a really cool feature that I like on the map of Felucia in Battlefront 2. First, I'll work on the acid pit. Here's all the pieces that I've got together. I have some of these green pieces, including this crystal, to maybe represent some of the acid like popping out. I also have this like orangish like green shade of yellow. It's sort of like a neon yellow, and then I do have a couple of the like normal translucent yellow pieces. I think this will work very well for an acid pit, maybe even two in one in like each corner, definitely in some different size to make it seem more like natural. With the two acid pits, I definitely think they stand out and work really well in the build. But now I'm going to add some of the cool Felucia plant life. And this is the final mock for Battlefront 2. You can see I added some of the ships that I did at the beginning. And the background can really fit on the base plate, but I think it displays are very, very nice. As far as the plant life, I know it's not the greatest, but I didn't really have many like pieces that would really describe the Felucia plant life. Most of them were just like custom plants that I used a little bit of a couple like images of Felucia to inspire some of the plants. I know it's not the greatest, but really like this mock. Definitely think it screams Battlefront 2. You have the Assault clone here, Anakin Staff Speeder. Also like all the jump plates added. Love the placement of everything. The accuracy is okay, it's not the greatest, but I do like how I got the colors of those right. Some of the classes and the actual figures that you would see in like a Supremacy match. I believe this would be like a Supremacy match from Age of the Republic. And I know some like the barriers and the checkpoint isn't the most accurate, but I definitely think it does look like something that come straight out of Battlefront 2. So make sure you subscribe and support the cause for Battlefront 3.